Okay, so today we're going to go over on how to look at your food whenever you do go out. This is an example and an exercise that I often do with my students at the university for them to realize what they are actually eating. Remember, us as humans, we have a tendency to underestimate how much we consume, meaning we tend to think that we consume less calories than what we actually do. And this is not just, because we're trying to be sneaky or anything. It's just that us as humans, we have this kind of tendency. So one of the things that I often tell my students is that let's go ahead and take a look at whichever restaurant you're trying to go to, or you often go to see the calories that are in each food item. So one of the ways in which you can start to look for is type in the restaurant that you're looking for. In this case, we'll use the Cheesecake Factory just because we used this in our last lecture. So I wanted to use this again. And after that, you want to type in something along the lines of nutrition information, PDF, nutrition information meal guides, or menu. A lot of the times we have to play around with the names to make sure, see if anything has been uploaded. Now, by law, any restaurant that has 20 or more chains is required by the FDA to provide the nutrition information to consumers. But if a restaurant does not have this, it usually means that it may not have those 20 other restaurants in order to suffice and meet the minimum requirement for them to post this. So this is just kind of a way for you guys to look at. I'll make another video in which I will show you how to kind of guesstimate, if you would, the calories in food of restaurants where they may not have that nutrition information available to you guys. So in here, I see that they give me some of them may be more popular dishes. But I actually want to look at the whole menu because even though there may not be food in here that may be conducive to my goals, there usually is a lot of things that we can do to make sure that you are making decisions about your food that get you closer to your goal. This is why I say that it's not, it doesn't mean, just because you're cutting down on your calories or anything, it doesn't mean that you can't go to a specific restaurant. As long as you have the tools to kind of know how to, move the food around or adjust the food, you are more than welcome to go to any place. So in here, I can see that the Cheesecake Factory does have a nutritional guide, and I can see in here that it's a PDF. So I clicked on this, and I've already downloaded it for us to use. So I'm going to go ahead and go to it right now. So if you look at it, they've made it a very fancy and really cool way of looking at it. They tell us that, the nutritional guides and modifications may alter the nutritional values, which is exactly what we want. So oftentimes, some menus may start off with their drinks. Other restaurants may start with their appetizers. So it really just depends on the restaurant. So for example, it looks like this one, they started with their favorites. So let's say I'm gonna go out and let's say a pina colada. I want to have like 2 cocktails, right? And I'm just looking at something that, I'm naturally have. Some people like the Mai Tai, some people like the margaritas or anything. So I'm gonna choose the 2 examples that we actually chose in our lecture. So one of our students said that he was most likely to consume like a whiskey sour or like a whiskey smash. And a lot of the people were, depending on the kind of alcohol intake, this may or may not vary. So one of the other things that one of the students said that they may consume is a Mai Tai. So let's go ahead and use that. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Mai Tai. And as we can see, I'm going to go ahead and use the Mai Tai UT. So if we look at this one, this one's around 290 calories. So the way I know that is because I matched the calorie number here with the food here. So let's go ahead and in here, I can see that I'm given the calories, the calories coming from fat, the fat in grams, the cholesterol, sodium, total carbohydrates, and sugars and protein. So all of this information is going to become very, very valuable. So let's say we're going to go ahead and we're going to go with the Mai Tai. So again, it's 290 calories. So I'm going to pull this up just because I think it becomes very important for us to look at the differences. So we're going to look at the menu item, we're going to look at the calories, then we're going to look at the protein, the carbohydrates, and the fat in each one of the items. So in here we say we're going to choose the Mai Tai, and we said it was 290 calories. It has 0 amount of proteins. Let's see if it has any amount of carbs, and I'm trying to see if I can put these right next to each other so I can compare them a little bit faster. Alrighty, here we go. So let's see, we were looking at the Mai Tai. So it has 0 grams of fat. Let's look and see if they have any carbohydrates or any protein from them. Okay, so we're looking at the Mai Tai UT. So the UT looks like it has 1 gram of protein and 38 grams of carbohydrates. So I'm actually gonna go here. There we go. And it has 0 fat. Okay, now remember, the calories from this food or this item is mostly coming from alcohol, but we're not going to go ahead and write that because it's not a major macronutrient, although it does provide a lot of calories. So right now, this is why I want to set this up this way. And let's say I want to have a pina colada with that. So with the pina colada, if I look up here, it has 530 calories. So with the 530 calories, I'm going to go ahead and come over here. And let me actually modify this so it's all center for you guys. Okay, so we have pina colada, and it has, let's look at the amount of fat, carbs, and protein. So in here, I can see that I'm gonna go back in here and look at the pina colada. It has 13 grams of fat and 1 gram of protein. So it has 13 grams of fat, 1 gram of protein. In carbohydrates, it has 73 carbohydrates. So these are all in grams, of course. I'm just looking at the measurement in here. I'm gonna put it in here just so I don't lose you guys, for those of you guys that are tracking grams. So from here, let's say I wanted to choose an appetizer. I want to share it with my friends. So let's go down and see if, here are the sparkling wines, small plates and snacks. Usually small plates are considered appetizers at the Cheesecake Factory. Sometimes they will offer it to you as an appetizer. So, but they actually have an actual appetizer. So let's go ahead and go down here. And let's say I want to, let's say some of us say, hey, let's go get some wings and kind of like split them and kind of share them with each other. So if I go down to the buffalo wings, okay, so it's 2 to 4, let's say I'm having friends, like 3 friends that I'm with. So I'm gonna definitely go for this buffalo wing right here. So I see that it has 1,120 calories. So I'm gonna put this much here. Okay. Now let's say out of this, I eat a 1/4 of it, and later on I'll show you why this is going to be important. So you can even write 0.25, okay? And I'll show you why that's going to be important later. So let's say put wings. Okay, and let's say we are going to look at the protein, carbs, and fat one more time. So I know you can't see up here what it is, so that's why I kind of tend to memorize what comes, you know, what is where. That way I don't have to like lose my track. So if I look in here, the last column is the protein, the 3rd one in is the fat, and the 4th one in is the carb. So I'm going to use that as a way to kind of track the macronutrients as they show up. So we said that the buffalo wings right here has 11, we said the 3rd one in was the amount of fat. So that's 48 grams of fat. We looked at the protein, and the protein over here, I'm gonna scoot this up a little bit more. Okay, so the wings, it has, I'm going to make sure that it's this last one right here, this last column of the protein right over here, which it is. I'm going to go ahead and go down. In the wings, it looks like it has 109 grams of protein. In the carbs, it looks like it has, look at the wings. It looks like it, remember, it's the fourth one in. So this is the calories, right? Per serving. So don't really worry about this so much right now because there's a way to alter that. So I'm going to look at 1, 2, 3, 4 in. And I remember we said that the fourth one in is a carbohydrate. So it has 16 grams of carbs. Okay. Now let's say as we're enjoying that, we're actually thinking of what we're gonna have to eat. And let's say, you know, I kind of want to share maybe like a burger or something fun, a pizza. I'm not really gonna be in salad mode when I go out. So I want to see, oh, glam burgers. Okay, so let's look at this one. The stuffed cheddar, sweet potato fries. The bacon cheeseburger, just cheese sandwich. I really like chicken sandwiches. So I might go for that. Oh, the barbecue Kahlua pork one also looks like a good one. The smokehouse barbecue burger. That might actually be something that I remember one of our students said that he might pick. So let's go ahead and pick that one. So this burger has 1,580 calories. I'm gonna put it right here. And I put a barbecue burger. Okay, let's look at the fat. So the fat in here, if I go across, fat was the third one in, so it's 97 grams of fat. Grams. Let's look at the protein and the carbohydrates. So I'm going to scoot this one over just a little bit so I can see. There we go. So let's say we were looking at the barbecue burger and it's got 68 grams of protein because we said it was that last one. So I'm going to put 68 right here. And I'm going to look at the carbohydrates next. And I said the carbohydrates was 4 in. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. It's got 106 grams of carbohydrates. Okay. So far, I've kind of outlined the appetizer and the main meal. So let's look at, let's say in the meanwhile, I'm also gonna, now this is just a burger. This is not the fries. And let's say, I think sweet potato fries are healthier. So let's say I'm gonna go with that. The sweet potato fries are here. So I'm gonna put that as my sweet potato fries as my add-on, okay? So with that, let's say I'm gonna go here. I want to do the sweet potato fries of 510 calories. And this is interesting because this is something that it is technically lower than the regular fries, which is 530. So oftentimes, remember, it may or may not make a huge difference if you're trying to choose things that are quote unquote healthier. This is what I mentioned in that other video, that just because you're eating healthier foods or what you think might be healthier doesn't mean that you're eating less calories. So let's go ahead and look at the grams of fat. So we know that it's the third one in. So 1, 2, 3, 20 grams of fat. So let's go ahead and put that in. Okay, and let's see, we're looking at, I'm gonna move this over again a little bit, just to kind of look at the protein grams. So the protein grams, it looks like it has 4 grams of protein on this last one right here and 78 grams of carbs. So I'm gonna put 78 and we said it was 4 grams of protein. Okay, let's say we are celebrating, I don't know, we just graduated and we're gonna go out and get maybe like a cheesecake because the Cheesecake Factory is obviously known for their cheesecake. So let's go ahead and go down to their desserts and see if they offer a dessert that a cheesecake that I would actually get. Ooh, this dulce de leche, that sounds really, really good. But I normally get like a raspberry one. Just because the sound of fruit in it makes me think that I'm having something that may be a little healthier. So, let's look at this fresh strawberry. That might be a fresh strawberry cheesecake. That may be something that I would love to have. I know one of my students said that he liked having the Oreo one. So let's see if the Oreo one is still up here. I see chocolate, caramel, tiramisu, white chocolate raspberry, chocolate mousse. I don't see the, oh, this cinnamon one actually sounds really yummy too. So let's say we're like, oh, what the heck, we're celebrating. So let's get the celebration cheesecake, okay? So, oh, here's the Oreo one that they were saying. But let's say we're gonna get the celebration cheesecake. Well, the celebration cheesecake is 1,380 calories. So let's go 1,380. And this is we're gonna put cheesecake here. Okay, let's look at the protein, the fat, and the carbs. Once again, I'm gonna move this just a little bit. So it looks like the celebration cheesecake has 15 grams of protein. And then remember, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 114 grams of carbs. So 15 grams of protein and 114 grams of fat. Now let's look, I'm sorry, carbs. And let's look at the fat grams. So we said that the fat grams was 3 columns in. So 1, 2, 3, 98 grams of fat. And this adds up, or this sums up the amount of food that I'm gonna have. So I'm actually gonna add, and maybe I should have done this in Excel because that would have been easier to add. So let's go ahead and, I know some people are very visual, so I wanna definitely go ahead and add these. So let's go ahead and add all of the calories. So we're gonna have 290 plus 530. I'm gonna skip this one because I didn't have all of the wings by myself. I shared them with my other 3 friends, right? So I'm gonna split that by 3 or 4. So we're gonna wait for that in a second. So I'm gonna keep adding the other numbers after that. And then I'm gonna add the 1,580 of my burger plus the 510 grams of my sweet potato fries. But let's say I didn't finish all of my cheesecake. Let's say I only ate half of my cheesecake. So far, let's see how much we've had. So far we've had 2,900 and the other ones were 10 calories so far. Now I know that, as I mentioned earlier, we didn't have all of the wings nor all of the cheesecake. So let's say that 1120, I shared it with 3 people, and that's 373 calories. So I'm gonna put, I'm gonna erase this to 373. And let's say I said I had half of the cheesecake. So I know some of you guys are really good at math, but I know there's some people out there that really like to see all of the math and everything broken down. So I want to make sure that I cater to everyone's needs. So I'm going to just divide that by 2, and I'm going to put it at 690. So in here I had 690 calories. So what I'm going to do now is add these other two items that I didn't add to the 2,900 that I already have, right? So I'm going to go 2,910, and I'm going to add the 373 from my wings plus the 690 for my cheesecake. So my celebration meal came out to not 2,900, but I'm gonna go down a little lower, but 3,973. So alrighty, so this is how many calories I consume. Now I can tell you that I'm a little person, so this is definitely way more than what I would normally have on a daily basis. This is something that I might even be a fun meal for a guy that's around 6'2", 6'3", so depending on the weight, right? So once again, if you're eating this amount of this many calories, let's say 3 days out of the week, you definitely will be, depending on your height, depending on your weight, it might put you at a surplus, right? I'm 5'2", so my calorie intake my needs, at least on a daily basis, are not this high, right? I can range anywhere from 1,900 to 2,100. So I'm definitely over in a surplus. So in this day, I would definitely have gained some weight. So I think it's it's a really good thing that we have this information available to us, because now we can see, oh, okay, I'm eating out a little too much, okay? Or maybe the choices that I'm making out while I'm eating out are leading me towards being above the calorie range that I need. Now, I don't want to think that I can't go out with my friends, and I don't want to start thinking like, oh my gosh, I can't really, go out with my friends or anything like that. So I'm going to show you a little trick. A lot of the times, these companies and these restaurants definitely want you to go out and celebrate with them, even for the people that are a little more health conscious. So usually, some of these restaurants may have their skinny fit or their fun and fit version of their menu at the bottom, because this is usually obviously not everything that everybody looks like. But let's see if they have anything. Oh, look at this. So it looks like the Cheesecake Factory puts their low-calorie food and drinks as the Skinnylicious cocktails. Great way of marketing, by the way, because not only are you eating skinny, right, to be slimmer, but you're eating delicious. So that's really good marketing by them. So, let's say, let's look at their drinks. The Long Island's definitely a lot lower in calories. There's sangria. And let's say I'm being really self-conscious and I'm going to get either a margarita or a cosmopolitan. So let's say I get those two instead of my other one. So I'm going to go ahead and make this smaller again for us to see and compare. So now let's go ahead and go here. And once again, I'm going to look at the same thing. I'm going to look at the items. I'm going to look at the calories, the protein, carbs, and fat. I don't want you guys to worry about this right now. This is for a more advanced level. This is for the people that already know their ranges and kind of want to tweak a specific one, but this one's going to be the most important one for this video. So let's go ahead and do, this is just, I just want to do this, guys, to show you how you can find and then later on add and see what you're eating a lot more of, right? So let's look at the items that we said we were going to compare, right? So I said I was going to have a Skinnylicious margarita. So I don't type everything out. I'm going to put Skinnylicious margarita. And I know the calories on that, they said were, let's look at that. It was 140 calories. So for the sake of this video, I'm just going to keep looking at the calories since you guys already know how to look at the other macronutrients. I will make a different video when we look at macronutrients, and that'll be a more specific one for those that are more advanced. So let's say I look at the, I also said I wanted to have a Cosmos. So it's going to go. Skinnylicious Cosmo, 110. All righty, here we go. And let's look at their starters or their small plates and see if they have like a something that we can all share. They have Kraft Bites. These are their small plates. Let's see if they have an actual appetizer. It doesn't look like they do. So let's say my three friends are gonna get the ahi tartar. It looks really, really good. So let's, well, like I said, we're not really in the mood for a salad or anything. We're celebrating. So, but it's still 240 calories. So let's go. I'm going to put the ahi. Okay, 240 calories. But remember, I'm going to divide this by 3. So I'm going to do this right now as I'm doing it for those of you guys that want to see. So 240 divided by 3. Getting 80 calories out of this. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back to this. And let's say, still don't want a salad. I still kind of want to go with the burger, but let's see what they have as their burger specialties. Oh, they have a regular hamburger, a grilled turkey burger, turkey and avocado sandwich, veggie burger. You know what? I think I really want to have this turkey burger. This grilled turkey burger sounds very delicious to me. So let's go ahead and look at the calories on that. So if we look at for the calories, Stanford has 560 calories, right? So 560 calories, and this is our turkey burger. Okay, now I still want some fries, so I want to see if they have anything. They have chili, chicken, medallions. It doesn't look like they have These are all salads. Let's see if they, in the small place, they have edamames. Ooh, that would actually make a really good appetizer as well. The Kraft Bites. Nope, nope, nope. So it doesn't look like they have any fries or anything like that, but I really want those fries. So you know what, I'm gonna say, what the heck, I'm doing the best that I can, and I wanna have those sweet potato fries. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy this and just pass it on over to here, okay? Now, let's say for the cheesecake, we're also wanting to have a cheesecake. So let's see if they do, which I doubt, but you never know. These are all gluten-free for those of us that can't have any kind of gluten. It's awesome that they cater to, look at this. They have the gluten-free and Skinalicious, so you can definitely, eat very healthy, even if you have a gluten intolerance. Okay, so it doesn't look like they have, but let's go back to their cheesecake menu, because I really want to celebrate. I just graduated and I definitely want a cheesecake. So let's look at the cheesecakes. So in the cheesecakes, we see that I have fresh strawberry velvet, okay, cinnamon. I'm looking for that Skinalicious to see if any of them, ooh, what is this Lowlicious right here? Do you see this Lowlicious cheesecake with strawberry? This one's $5.70, $5.80. I might actually go for this one right here, okay? It looks like that's their version of a Skinalicious one. So let's say I go with the strawberries and I come in at 580 calories, right? But once again, I'm only going to eat half because I'm probably going to be pretty full from everything else that I've eaten. And in that case, so let's see, we're going to do 580. And I'm only going to eat half of my cheesecake. I'm going to take the rest home or just leave it there, right? We're only going to have that. Okay, and let's go ahead and add up and see what we've come up with. And let's see how it compares to just regular menu items. So once again, I'm gonna add the 140 from the margarita, 110 from the Cosmo, the 80 from the tartare, the 560 from our burger, the 510 from my fries, and the 290 for my cheesecake. And I come up at a whopping 1,190 calories. So I'm going to show you guys something. So let's look at this really quickly. Let's look at how crucial these numbers get. I'm going to just highlight these so they stick out a little bit for you guys. Okay. So now let's look at this. Let's take this and let's say I were to eat the same thing twice. And what happens if we double it? Oops, sorry for that, guys. If I double it, look at that. It's not even still at the amount of calories I would have chosen from that menu item, right? So by this, you've literally almost eaten like a third of this. I'm gonna do something really funny. Let's go 1190 times 3. Look at that. I can eat 3 of all of this and still not consume as many calories as one of their regular menu items. So this just goes to show you guys that you guys can go to the same restaurant and get the same, well, not the same items, but obviously get the same enjoyment item, and enjoying your family and friends with celebrations, and not really have to, worry about gaining weight. Now, would I gain weight off of this? Well, this really depends on what I eat throughout my day. And remember, I made a video about talking about how, the benefits of tracking your food up until the event. So if I already know what I'm going to order, then I can calculate how many calories I still need to consume in order to reach my quote unquote calorie quota or calorie budget, right? And then at that point, I can choose to either be at maintenance or maybe just a little bit over, or maybe still be at a deficit. It really is up to you. So this is one of the ways in which, like I said, there's a lot of information available to you guys. I definitely recommend that you try a few of these. If you guys have any specific questions, let us know. We love walking our clients through step by step in the foods that they like and they enjoy. And this is one of the reasons why we individualize everything that we do for you guys. So we definitely want to see and give you guys guidelines that pertain to you and your lifestyle. I hope this was helpful, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. And once again, remember, Knowledge is power, but applied knowledge is superpower. So make sure you guys are applying what you're learning. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.